What's up, fish fam? I'm Dan from Michigan Aquatics, and for today's video, I'm starting a brand new series. It's called Cichlid Feed Saturday. Basically, I'm going to be I feed the cichlids every other day, and it just so happens that every other day falls on Saturday. So, since I have no other ideas for videos, today will be Cichlid Feed Saturday. So, I have the all-famous green cup. So, got some brine shrimp cubes, their favorite. Alright, I'll feed them some of this, I'll feed them some pellets, and I'll feed them some flakes as well. If you have any ideas for foods I should feature on Cichlid Feed Saturday, some weird and wacky foods that you suggest me to try out, I will try them out. So, anyway, let's get into this. The cichlids are all nice and happy today. I just bought some more AquaClear because when you have a 55-gallon tank, it takes up a lot of this tiny bottle. I need to put 60 drops of AquaClear in here because it's 2 drops a gallon. 60 drops is what it adds up to. So 2 drops a gallon, 60 drops. But basically how this is going to work is I'm just going to feed them and we're just going to talk about random stuff. This was one of the series I wanted to make as a live stream series. But YouTube will not let me stream because I have strikes in the past for my fish fight videos, which is why I've been uploading less of them. I've got strikes because YouTube decided to be mean to me because someone reported me for my fish doing something that all cichlids do naturally every single day. But he is in his happier colors right now. He's in his more brighter green. So he's nice and happy despite his fin rot, which is why I bought the AquaClear. Not just because the water's not clear. Well, it is clear. It's pretty darn clear, but, you know, she's got a little bit of hole in head. So hopefully I'll be able to get rid of that disease. It's not really bad. She's got like one little hole. My female convict's getting fin rot. He's got it pretty good, and I don't want anyone else to get it, especially you. Speaking of you, before I dump the food in there, you are doing great. Now I've been seeing a lot less flashing. Almost zero flashing, actually, to be honest. I wish I could catch your colors. But you move around so much that it just looks yellow to everyone. Can't really capture his colors, but I'll put some pictures that I have taken in the past of him. I'll put them up on the screen. Sorry, I had to blow some dirt off of it. I don't know how dirt gets on it. But these pictures I took, I'll probably put up some I took a couple days ago. Might add a short clip of them going to bed, you know, or, well, the best pictures I can get of him is when he's asleep. So he's not all over the place and his fins are flared. So it's basically him. He's doing really good. Now the convicts, as you can see, these are some of my favorite cichlids I've ever owned. I love the convict cichlids. Look at these fish, if it'll focus. It's not focusing. Why won't you focus in? Jesus. Just fighting everyone. They're all getting angry. They're all hungry. I understand you. I feel you. I feel you. Hey, Clarice. Everyone loves Clarice. Why isn't it focusing? There, it focused on her. But these guys must just move around too much. How's the food going? It's not melted yet. But, believe it or not, if you go back on my first convict cichlid video I made when I bought these guys a couple months ago, you will see that she was bigger than him, and she's barely grown since the size I bought her at. He has grown a lot. He's gone through like 3 or 4 growth spurts since I bought him, and he is, I think he's 3 inches, 3.5 possibly, and she was like 4.5 inches, possibly smaller when I got him. I had my Oscar when I got these two. That's when I did my first ever velvet treatment, because my Oscar got velvet because constant attacking by her. So everything in this tank is going good. Here's that catfish, Synodontis featherfin catfish. Just made a Fish Talk Friday on them yesterday. But if you guys do not know, this tank sucks. I hate this tank. I hate the look of this tank. While we're waiting for that to melt down, I hate the look of this tank. Look, it's got goldfish in here that are not happy, and it's got a betta in here that's also not happy. Alright, my Anubius is covered with red hair algae, and it's horrible. There he is. That's Henry. I'm going to be getting rid of everything in this tank, except for the plants, and I'm going to get rid of the big rock right there, and replace most of my rocks with dragonstone. I actually have a list of things I want to put in here. But if you guys have any suggestions otherwise of what I should put in there, here's my little list right here. Cardinal Tetra ×2. Longfin Bristlenose Pleco ×1. It used to be ×2, but then I realized, dang, those are expensive. Vallisneria spiralis. I can never say that right. But it's a really cool looking plant. I'll put a picture right there. They're a really cool looking plant. And that's really it. But I was also thinking, I mean, obviously the Pleco isn't going to stay in there forever. I'm probably going to get a 20-gallon and keep them in there eventually. But I've had Cardinal Tetras in there before. I know. They're not supposed to live in a small tank like that. But they seemed pretty darn happy, and I know I'm going to get a lot of hate in the comment section for that. But I really... They loved it in there. They were always swimming around, always doing things, you know. But well, Daniel, what happened to them? I fed them to this guy. For good reason, though, because they were attacking my betta, which I really liked at the time. So, yeah, I got rid of two of the most beautiful Cardinal Tetras I've ever seen. It's like one of my favorite Tetras. I like how much red they have and how much darker that neon blue line is than a neon Tetra. So, albino, longfin bristlenose, I don't know why I love the look of them. Obviously, it's because the light colors mixed with the long fins, beautiful, and they stay really small. But, gosh, I can just picture what that tank will look like. You guys can't, because you can't even see it. Oh my god, there you go. I can picture it, and now you guys might be able to picture it. Anyway, this should be melted down by now. Alright, it's already turning into a long video. I'm sorry, you guys. I've been trying to make my videos shorter, but I think I'm gonna have like my Cichlid feed Saturday videos a little bit longer, but my Fish Talk Fridays are gonna be shorter because nobody wants to watch them all the way through. In it goes, though, my friends. In it goes. There we go. These guys are all mowing away. Now, oh, there he is. There's the beautiful big fish himself. Look at that. Love that catfish. I recommend it to anyone who has a cichlid tank. They do awesome with everything. Everything. I mean, obviously, discluding red devils and flower horns and stuff. Them catfish do good with everything. If you want to learn more about their care and such, go check out my Fish Talk Friday video I made yesterday. For me, it's yesterday. For you guys, who knows how long it will be. Well, not... For my subscribers, you're seeing this the day I upload it, which is Saturday. But don't you, like... I get a lot of compliments on my tank. Like, I get a lot of compliments on my tank. People just love it. I see more compliments on my fish and the tank than I do on any other YouTubers that I watch. I mean, of course, I compliment their tanks because I love their tanks too. But I think really it's just the variety I have in here that people love. You know, I have an African cichlid, a peacock bass, an African catfish, a jaguar cichlid, and two convicts. You know, that's a very weird mix-up. I mean, who mixes a jaguar cichlid and an African cichlid? There's a reason I wanted to try that out, you know? I wanted to see, you know, extremely aggressive fish. Well, Daniel, why isn't it killing it? This is an extremely aggressive fish. Oh, hey, catfish. And, like, if I put a goldfish in there, she won't try and eat it. Actually, she will try and kill it and just let it sit and rot. But I was wondering, because an African cichlid would be stronger than a goldfish and faster than a goldfish, I was wondering, would she leave it alone? I mean, I obviously know this thing stands 0 chance if she wants to kill it, but would she leave it alone just because she only really wants to kill things that she feels are threatening her territory? You know, and I was wondering, was that going to happen with this guy, or would she leave him alone? And so far, she's left him alone. This is one of the only fish in the tank that has 0 ripped fins. She even has ripped fins. These guys have ripped fins. The catfish has ripped fins, and Frank has ripped fins. This is the only fish in the tank that doesn't have ripped fins. It's nuts how my theory was correct. See, she does chase him a little bit, but look at how tiny this fish is compared to her. If she wanted this fish dead, she would have killed it by now. So, I don't know if you guys can notice either. The black spotting on this dragon's blood, I love it. That's why I chose it. I love the black spotting. I love how much the OB peacock shows in this guy with the black spotting. So, I had to have him. Like, he was acting a little bit weird in the tank, but I thought maybe he's just not dominant, which he really didn't seem like it. But I mainly chose him because of the black. I really like the black. And it's not just on his body either. It's on his fins. It's even on his pectoral fins. He's got a little bit of black. And his dorsal doesn't have it. His anal fin doesn't have it. His tail has 1 spot of it. You can see it right there. No, you can't. You should be able to see it in the picture. But he has a black spot, like, right at the base of his tail. I love the colors on this fish. So if anyone has an African cichlid tank that is not from Mac, because I know everyone on Mac probably has one of these, but if anyone's stumbling across my channel and you have an African cichlid tank and you don't have this species, you need it. It is an amazing hybrid of African cichlid. It's like one of the best, in my opinion. Other than the OB, this guy is the best. It's a hybrid between the OB and something else. Stunners. Let's talk about someone we don't talk about too much. Frank. Frank, come here. Come here, Frank. Come. Come, Frank. Come here. Come. Frank, come. There he is. We all love Frank. Frank the peacock bass, the star of my show. Though I film more of these guys than Frank, it's because I'm waiting for his fins to heal up. Because I'm embarrassed about him because of how torn up his fins are. His side's healing up, though, really good. This guy is awesome. He, honestly, if you were to walk into my room, obviously the first thing you'd see is that. The next thing you'd see is him. He's just such an awesome fish, and believe it or not, full of personality. Like, the personality in these fish, if you have a big enough tank, which I don't yet, but if you are planning to get, like, a 120 and then upgrade it further to, like, a 250, bro, buy a peacock bass. They do good with everything. Like, this is one of the only fish I could probably say, you can throw this thing in with a red devil, you could throw this thing in with a doveye, you could throw this thing in with a, you could throw this thing in with anything. They're just that type of fish. They don't bother any of the other fish. They're not extremely as a matter of fact, he doesn't claim territory. He lives in both territories. Usually he doesn't live over here because of the jag, but he usually lives on the convict side a lot. No one bothers him except for the jag, obviously. But it's perfect. I love this species of fish, and it's not extremely common in the hobby because of how big they get and how hard they usually are to find, especially here in Michigan. Like, only on my recent trip to Moby Dick's, I wish I got film of it. There was a order of peacock bass, and it was a special order of Ocellarius peacock bass. And they were like this long, dude. I got Frank just a little bit smaller than this. I got really lucky. I got a pretty good sized one. They were priced at $20 at this long. So I got a good deal for him. He's an Ocellarius as well, and I got him when he was this long for $20. So originally this is about, what? Correct me if I'm wrong, but like a $60 fish here in Michigan? I don't know. Very, very awesome fish. Never stops moving. Amazing. You can see his fin rot is pretty significant. But I'm fixing that. Anyway. Yeah, the fish feed's primarily over. So, hey, thanks everyone so much for watching. If you guys like this new series and you want to see more of it, leave your comments down below. And also leave suggestions on what else you'd like me to put in here. I was thinking some dwarf Corydoras and stuff as well. Like 2 or 3 of them to go in there. I don't know. Alright, see everyone in the next one. Fish on.